Before we dive into my most wanted Cobras list, I want to start with an honorable mention that's sure to bring terror to anyone's shelf. Hooded Cobra Commander. This look is just as iconic as the battle helmet, being the go-to design in the Sunbow cartoon when he wasn't wearing the reflective faceplate. This version gave off a more sinister cult leader vibe. If Hasbro ever found a way to release it, I'd want a deep blue cloak with an almost royal presence. Heavy, embroidered, and fit for a tyrannical despot. A ceremonial dagger would seal the deal. Bringing this look to classified would add gravitas to the line. But for now, let's slither our way over to the best that haven't been released yet. Cobra's astronaut division needs a classified upgrade, and the perfect candidate for the job is Astro Viper. First, that jetpack. It made sense on the vintage figure, allowing astronauts to steer in 0G. For classified, it should be a unique Cobra tech marvel, with a color scheme that ties into Astro Viper's signature golden red. The helmet has a Space Knight vibe, and that should be enhanced. Maybe with an integrated oxygen supply? His leg braces, a staple of the vintage figure, should feel more like functional tech, bulky, removable, and connected to his suit. With Astro Viper, Cobra's conquest isn't just global, it's galactic, and I'm sure this figure is going to elevate the classified line to new heights. When your job involves you launching yourself into battle, fear isn't an option. Few Cobra troops embody reckless abandon quite like Target. His massive jetpack was the highlight of the vintage figure, and for classified, he needs to keep that over-the-top aesthetic without making him impossible to pose. The extendable wings should be fully articulated for different flight modes. His red, blue, and black color scheme is striking, but a more menacing tactical approach would refine the look. Detachable grenades are a must, along with a mini toolkit or repair drone to emphasize his mid-air versatility. Cobra forces cover land, sea, and space, so why not dominate the sky? Target would give the classified line one of its most fearsome airborne troopers yet. With battle armor meant to protect him from everything, including his own failures, this is the most metal Cobra commander ever. Literally. Vac metal is a must. The shiny chrome look is what makes BACC pop. And without it, he's just another armored trooper. The armor itself should be beefy, reinforcing his menacing presence. The hoses should connect to an internal cooling system, because you know Cobra Commander demanded AC in that thing. Tyrants don't sweat. The backpack already looks like a jetpack, so just commit and give him actual flight capability. Amp up his arsenal with a massive energy weapon or rocket launcher. If he's suiting up for war, he needs the firepower to back it up. This version of Cobra Commander would bring an imposing presence to any classified shelf, solidifying his place as Cobra's untouchable warlord. If you want an underwater trooper that terrifies, Hydro Viper is the one. He's not just an eel, he's an experiment. The classified figure should lean into the horror aspect. His mask is already creepy, but it should be horrifying at a larger scale, with a tangle of sinister breathing tubes to enhance the nightmare look. His suit should have scales to emphasize the mutated warrior theme. The vintage figure had a webbed hand, and it needs to return. Fully functional, yet still allowing him to grip weapons. And his manta ray companion? It should be bigger, more detailed, and an actual threat in its own right. Nothing screams deep sea terror like Hydro Viper. He'd elevate the classified line by bringing a genetically enhanced nightmare into Cobra's ranks.
When I was a kid, I thought this guy was all about setting things on fire. It turns out he's an anti-tank specialist. Fine. Either way,
Heat Viper blows stuff up, and that's what matters. His bazooka is already insane, but for classified, let's go all out. The original had a large hose connecting it to his face. Let's change that. Disconnect it from his face and attach the massive hose to his back apparatus, making it feel like a full-fledged tank-melting weapon. The vintage figure's foot rockets should be functional and classified, loading them directly into his launcher. If you're strapping missiles to your legs, you better be able to fire them. If you want a Cobra army that wins the war, you need the heavy artillery, and Heat Viper is the one to bring it.
Heat Viper would bring an elite level of destruction to the classified line, reinforcing Cobra's dominance with the most explosive Viper yet. What Cobras do you need to see in the classified line? Be sure to check out my top 5 Joe list right here. You won't want to miss it.